Lagos State, the hub of entertainment, arts and culture, joined tourism stakeholders across the globe to celebrate the 2020 World Tourism Day on Sunday, 27 September 2020. The program, which was held virtually, had in attendance Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Lagos State, Pharmacist Mrs. Uzamat Akimbile Yusuf, Immediate Past Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mr. Steve Ayorinde, Special Advisor to the Governor on Arts and Culture, Solomon Sanu Bonu, the Oniro of Iruland, His Royal Majesty Oba Abdulwasiu Omogbolahun Lawal, who participated via Zoom, as well as other stakeholders in the tourism sector. The Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Pharmacist Mrs. Uzamat Akimbile Yusuf, in her address said, the COVID-19 pandemic has helped Lagos State to rethink tourism as a means of wealth creation and investment. She added that the state's focus was to fashion out strategies for post-COVID-19 recovery and the development of domestic tourism.
For the past 40 years, World Tourism Day has been highlighting the power of tourism to touch on almost every part of our society. Right now, this message is more important than ever. The theme of World Tourism Day 2020, which is tourism and rural development, is particularly relevant as we face up to an unprecedented crisis. Tourism has proven to be a lifeline for many rural communities. However, it is true force still not to be fully deployed. The sector is not just a leading source of employment, particularly for women and youth. It also provides opportunities for territorial cohesion and socio-economic inclusion for the most vulnerable region.
The event featured a Zoom presentation of tourist sites in Lagos State from delegated representatives at the different tourism sites in Lagos. The places include tourist attractions in Ekpe, Ikorodu, and Badagry. There are also remarks on tourist stakeholders in other parts of the country, from Cross Rivers, Abuja, and Owerri in Imo State. There were remarks from attendees at the event. Former Permanent Secretary, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mr. Adewale Jamiu Ashimi, spoke on his experience during his administration and proffered creative suggestions which could be incorporated in the tourism calendar of Lagos State.
Happy that so far so good. Lagos State has now gotten to a stage where we have invested a lot in providing enabling environments for tourism to flourish. We have invested in security, and we have agencies of government that are security, working on the security of Lagos State. We have also invested in safety. We have a safety commission that is also doing a lot when it comes to safety. We have invested a lot on planning our infrastructure, improving our infrastructure, because these are things that are related directly to the tourism industry. We are also doing a lot when it comes to environment and waste management, traffic management, transportation. All these are very, very essential if we are going to get it right in tourism. And government is the one that can actually do that. We are also trying as much as possible to build our hospitality industry. I am aware that the ministry is working on doing hotel grading, and so that when you grade hotels, you can actually know the quality of we can standardize our hotels.
Mr. Steve Ayorinde, Immediate Past Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Lagos State, urged the ministry to focus on domestic tourism, given the restricted movement due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
The direction to look really is the direction of harvesting and distilling the huge ideas that commendably the Honorable Commissioner has shared over the last few months with the stakeholders. I think it is commendable because what I deduce from what she has been able to do together with the SA and the PAMSEC is using the lockdown and the slow activities of the pandemic era to engage. And I think that in meeting different levels of stakeholders, various ideas have been shared. So I think that it will be strategically important to distill and harvest, that. Having said that, my key advice will be to approach the next post-pandemic era on two levels. And I'll say the first 15 months and the next 12 months. The first 15 months being from October till the end of 2021, which will rest for me on two legs. One is the possibility of pandemic being eradicated totally, or as we fear, as they are saying in Europe and a bit of some parts of America, that maybe a second wave or a third wave could come. If they do, it means that in the next 15 months, we will have to manage to continue in the manner that we have been doing. A combo of the physical and the virtual.
Special Advisor on Arts and Culture, Mr. Solomon Shanu Bonu, relayed the fears of tourists coming to Lagos, especially the Badagry area, as he highlighted bad roads and numerous police blockages as a major challenge.
Badagry happened to be one of the most tourism destination in Africa, to say. But today, tourism in Badagry is dying. The roads are not good, very bad. And today, you can't go to Badagry and see any tourists. They're not coming there to do anything. Because if you want to drive from here to Badagry, you spend about 5 hours on the road. Another thing is the issue of police on that road. It's killing. I'm using this medium to appeal to the federal government. Every 5 meters, you see police checking. We don't know. Federal government have banned smuggling into the country, and I don't think we have such on that road. But I don't know what police are doing on that road to that. If you go just 5 minutes, you see them. People are crying on that road. Today, if you ride on that Badagry road, you'll regret your life. And it's killing business at that corridor. So we need the intervention of the federal government. I believe the governor of Lagos State is on the neck of federal government to do something on that road. If federal government is not willing, they can as well hand it over back to Lagos, which we are ready to take over.
The Oniro of Iruland, His Royal Majesty Oba Abdul Wasiu Omogwala Lawal, on his own part, pledged his commitment to make Iruland a tourist attraction site in Lagos, among other things.
The nearest kid on the block in terms of tourism, and I'm happy Steve Ayomide was able to do a lot of work in terms of what Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu started in 1999 with the Black Heritage Program, which I was part, at least as an aide to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And at that period, we used to have the Black Heritage Program at the festival at the Badagry. The hotels and restaurants. And from that, I was able to see that a sizable percentage of hotels and restaurants are located in the kingdom. And a number of conferences, yearly conferences usually happen within the kingdom, from Federal Palace Hotel to Eko Hotel down to Landmark. And that is why we, as a matter of urgency, decided to focus on tourism. We're also blessed with the Atlantic Ocean, the beach. And those are good tourist sites that should be encouraged and for people to even see. Forgetting about the pandemic that has really affected tourism, in negatively, precisely be able to see what we have in terms of our site.
To cap off the event, the Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, pharmacist Mrs. Uzamat Akimbile Yusuf, shared some of her visions for tourism in Lagos State. She stated that tourism is the way forward for Nigeria, considering its assets and population, as well as its creative minds, which have no doubt made Lagos the social and economic hub of Nigeria.
As a ministry, we are putting in place all our we are trying to register all the hospitality establishments in Lagos State, and not just to register them, but to classify them. We can see most of our hotel now and lounge, restaurant, but we do our self-classification. We are the one that puts ourselves into 5-star, and that does not encourage tourism. We need to be sure that they actually have the standard of that classification. You go to online to check the hotel, you see it 5-star, but when you check into the hotel, you see it as 0-star, and that does not really encourage tourism. So we are putting all that together, and at the same time, we are trying to have a documentary of all the tourism attraction sites in Lagos State. And I can tell you in another 1-2 months, we are going to have that presentation of all the tourism attraction sites in the whole state, that none of them will be left behind. So wherever you are, anywhere you are in the world, you can check whenever I visit Lagos, and that is the way we are trying to domesticate tourism in Lagos State. You can actually see many people live in Lagos and they don't even know the tourism attraction sites we are having in the state. I can tell you, even some of my colleagues in the cabinet will tell you I don't even know it's in existence. Like the museum that was shown by the man that went to Ikorodu. Many of us does not even believe we have museum, zoological garden here in Lagos State, and those are the things we are trying to promote.
In preparation towards Nigeria at 60, in which Lagos State, the entertainment hub of the country, is gearing up, the chairman of Biscon Communications, Prince Bisi Olatilo, who is partnering with Lagos State in the media and publicity sector. The delegation was led by Mrs. Olaiton Utulano. Discussions were centered on high-profile personalities, especially from the social and business sectors of Lagos, who have lived all their lives in Lagos and have made a name for themselves. They will be specially honored at the event of the 1st of October 2020. The Nigeria 60 event, organized by Lagos State, is scheduled for September 30 and October 1, 2020.